My Hero, Chapter 253. uh, it was a fun chapter. I liked it. Not a whole lot happened, but until we get to the end. But we'll get there in a second. It's fun though. Start off. Cover page of Ida. Looks cool. I really don't know too many people that are a fan of Ida, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't want to say not a fan of Ida. Ida's cool. He's funny. But nobody is like, oh my god, yeah. My favorite hero is Ingenium. Yeah. Ida for the win. No. Nobody. I don't think anybody is saying that. But we start off, get a little bit of time skip action. You know, winter break's over. New Year's happened. They're 3 months away from ending their first year. Okay, now this is my main bulk of what I want to talk about here. So, it's safe to say that the big war is going to happen at the end of their first year of schooling. Okay. So that means that these kids that are the elites of the society have, in their first year, been in a number of altercations, well, at least 3, with the League of Villains, fought against the hero killer Stain, and one of their students, Bakugo, has been captured twice, and they watched the climactic fight of All for One versus All Might. In 1 year. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that. This seems like a lot. It seems like Horikoshi's really moving the plot along quicker than the characters are actually progressing, when you really think about it. I mean, it's been great so far. So who am I to say that Horikoshi's doing it wrong? But in my opinion, I think it's moving too fast. And you can say, oh, well, you know, if you compare it to Naruto in the academy days, well, when they were in the academy, they were being, you know, murdered by Sound Village people, and Gaara was a fucking dickhead, and Orochimaru was trying to kill everybody. Yeah, but you had a whole storyline that took place after that. And the academy days were like, what? Not even a year long? Probably just a few months. I don't really remember. That was years ago. But, I mean, they're supposed to go to this school for 3 years, and then start their, like, I guess how, like, if you were an education major, it'd be like your clinical, out there, like, your 4th year, where you're, like, defining yourself as what you'll be as a hero, in terms of, like, what the big 3 were doing. But yeah, 3 years to really learn what it is to be a hero, and then get ready to go out into the real world. Okay, but we're just moving along. I don't know. But anyways, my point. It's seeming that the big war is going to be happening with Shigaraki and the League at the end of their first year. So, what happens after that? I mean, it's safe to say, don't buy into any of the bullshit that, oh, this is a big fight. Oh, Shigaraki and Deku, final fight. No, not even close. Like I've said before, I think this is just going to be a precursor for what we could see at the very end. But I by no means think this is the final, not even close to the final arc. But I've seen some other people say that they expect a time skip after the fight. I think that's reasonable to expect that. My question is, how much of a time skip? Some people are like, let's time skip the summer break, come back, New Year at school, right? Some people say that they are tired of seeing the whole hero part, and I'm talking about one particular person. If you're big into the community, you know who I'm talking about. Love the dude, but disagree. Basically what he said was, maybe they come back as their senior year and they're getting ready to go into heroes, or come back when they're pros, because it's getting kind of slow and dull watching them be students. I can't say you're wrong. I kind of understand where you're coming from. But it is called My Hero Academia, meaning that the whole purpose of at least this portion of the story is them as students. That kind of entails that they'll be in school for a while. And, think about it, man. If we go to this big war, and we have 3 months, we still gotta see a lot more development out of Ida, Tokoyami, Mineta, Ochako, Gyro, Belly Button guy. I forget his name. He's probably not gonna do anything. But how does somebody like that end up in an elite school? He shoots fucking beams from his belly button. Now, you might could do something great with that, but that's what I'm saying. All these other characters that should be pivotal parts of the war coming up. 3 months to get them ready for a freaking epic fight, I find that hard to believe. And if you time skip that, that's fucking stupid. So I think that's too it's going too quick. Okay, so let's go fast forward to the end of the war. Assuming no major deaths happen or anything, which I think there will, and I've made question who I think will die. But let's flash forward to the end of the war, alright? And we come back, and we do this whole senior year, or when they're professionals, right? Alright, you've skipped out of 2 or 3, or maybe even 5 or 10 years. Alright? That is an absurd amount of story time for development, plot threads, relationships to open up, betrayals to happen. That is just no. Even when we went from Naruto to Shippuden, what was it like? 2 years maybe? Maybe I'm misremembering, but it wasn't that long, And it left off in where Naruto's going to train Jiraiya. Sasuke's off, sucking Orochimaru's dick or whatever he has. Sakura's gonna become a medical ninja. We knew, the point is, we knew where most of our characters were going when we came back. With this, yes, we know that they're aiming to be professional heroes, but skipping from their end of their freshman year to when they're professionals is too much. I would argue that the senior year thing is too much. What I would say, I would not be opposed to an acceleration or an accelerated rate through the rest of the school years, because I can understand why people are going to be like, dude, this is getting fucking boring, I would not be opposed. I can understand a more accelerated pace, because think about it. We see Ochaku with the little All Might doll that she got from Deku from Christmas holiday, right? That was like a year ago in our time, maybe even longer, when we got that holiday special, and it's just now the new year. Hey, guess what? That was like 2 weeks in their time that all this shit has happened. Okay, so Horikoshi, you got a plot line that is moving way too quick for the development of your characters, and the time that is passing is going by at an abysmally slow rate to where the fan base is like, dude, the fuck out of the school and let's show down some real fucking professional heroes. See what happens with them. And Horikoshi is like, he's trying to develop all these quirks and all these character stuff, so he's thinking like, okay, well, if we have all this lots of stuff happen in a short amount of time, that gives it more progress and makes it more believable that these things happen. True, but you're dragging it out too far, my man. Too far. We should already be second year students. I will agree. Too slow. But also, as I've said, it kind of the point of the purpose of this is academia. They are students. But I do think after the war, there needs to be an accelerated pace at which they get through the school. Maybe take a little bit longer when you get to the senior year. Then, and this is going to sound cliche, and people can be like, oh, that's fucking stupid, just end it. I think there should be a Shippuden part that comes in afterwards. Where we have a time skip, and they've, I don't want to, I would be okay with, at that point, maybe having a year time skip or something. They've become established heroes, right? By established, I mean like, they're in the public every day. People know who they are. They're not like All Might or Endeavor or Hawks or Best Jeanist. But they're in the public enough that people know, hey, that's Deku, that's Bakugo, that's Todoroki, that's Belly Button Guy. Aoyama, I think that's what his name is. I'm going to be shitting over Aoyama all the time. Funny dude. Hate his quirk. But yeah. That's my ramble for the chapter, basically, because it's taking too long. Now, the little bit of good stuff that we do have as far as progressing the plot in the chapter comes at the end, which is fine. Nice, basic, fun chapter, right? But we have a part where Aizawa is visiting that prison where All For One is kept. And I'm assuming that's where all the big baddies are kept. And, Gran Torino and the officer dude or whatever is giving Aizawa the rundown about Nomu. And about how they're not human or anything. All their organs are joined together. They're manufactured, basically. And Aizawa's getting all pissed off. He's like, I'm missing class, dude. Get on with the damn point. So, he does. And we see that not Aizawa. I'm getting ahead of myself. The Nomu, or the butler guy. Forget his name. Kudasaki, or not Kudasaki. Tsuchikago, something. The guy that teleports Shigaraki around everywhere. It's revealed that he's a Nomu. And that his quirks is a mix of different cores. But it's revealed that he has a base quirk or something of a student that went or got killed back in their school days that Aizawa, and I'm assuming it was implied that President Mike also knew. What was his name? Oboro Shirakuma. Okay, that's his name. So, that's a nice way to end off the chapter. So, as far as the chapter, small, 13 pages, nothing really happens, just a little exposition and funny moments between the characters, and then a nice little, cliffhanger at the end with Aizawa and this guy that supposedly grew up with Aizawa. then you have some people that are already complaining that it's too much like Kakaji's backstory. It's all like Obito all over again. I understand why you would be concerned with that at first. But, give it a few chapters, see where it goes. Just because it looks like it's the same idea is one or two things. One, it doesn't mean it is the same idea. It could just be like a hey, I was inspired by Obito, but it's just, that's all it is. Or it could be like, okay, yeah, this is like Obito, but I'm going to have my own spin on it. We'll just see how Horikoshi handles it, But yeah, that is my... Sorry, it wasn't much of a chapter review, I know. It was more of a rant on my personal opinion on the direction that the manga is going. But, we'll see what Horikoshi has in store with us. I think it was a fun chapter, and I think that is a nice cliffhanger ending. Because I don't think we're done with All for One yet either. I think they're going to somehow maybe try to use Aizawa's powers to get Butler Dude to spill his beans. I don't know why. I don't know what they're going to do, really. But I do think if they can find a way to get into his head, that they're somehow going to get some info on All for One or something. But yeah, 3 more months till the big war and the end of the freshman year. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next chapter.